All right, everybody, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into the metaverse.
Metaverse. It's like everywhere you turn these days, right?
Right, exactly. And, it's not just about clunky headsets and video games anymore.
No, not at all.
We're talking persistent, shared 3D virtual worlds. And get this, accessible right from your browser.
Yeah, your browser. Who would have thought?
Seriously. So for today's deep dive, we're going to be looking at two super interesting sources, okay?
Okay, shoot.
First, we got some insights from this really cool Metaverse Studio. They're called MoodyDesigns.
MoodyDesigns. I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're doing some cutting-edge stuff. And then we'll be unpacking a briefing on how this whole Metaverse thing is shaking up the business world, like changing everything.
Yeah, businesses are scrambling to catch up. It's pretty wild.
Totally. Okay, so MoodyDesigns. They're all about making these amazing, like, immersive virtual reality experiences.
Yeah. And the thing is, you don't need that whole expensive VR setup to experience it, which is really cool.
Right, and that's what caught my eye, too. It's all accessible through, like, your everyday web browser.
Exactly. And that's huge. I mean, that accessibility it's key. It's like, think about it. Remember when the internet first took off and like suddenly everybody everywhere could access information?
Yeah, it was revolutionary.
Right. Like completely changed the world.
Totally changed the world.
And this has that same like game changer potential, I think, because it opens up these really cool immersive experiences to basically anyone.
Yeah, it's like democratizing a whole new reality.
Exactly.
It's wild. And speaking of accessibility and changing the game, one of the things they talk about is how they're recreating these historical civilizations in these virtual spaces, which I think is so cool.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's amazing.
Like, imagine if instead of just, reading about ancient Rome in a textbook, you could actually, like, stroll through the forum
Oh, man.
and interact with, like, virtual locals.
Yeah, or like see a gladiator fight.
Right, like a gladiator fight. Would that not be the coolest history class
That
ever?
lights me up.
I mean, do you think, like, this could really be the future of education?
I think it has to be. It has to be a part of it, right? I mean, right now, education it's mostly passive. You're sitting there, you're listening to a lecture, you're reading a textbook. But like, imagine a virtual classroom where learning is actually like experiential,
Yeah.
So like, let's say you want to understand ancient Roman architecture.
Yeah.
Boom. You're walking through a 3D Colosseum. You can see how it was built. You can like, I don't know, maybe even attend a virtual gladiatorial combat.
Right. And, like, you could have personalized learning paths, simulations for practical skills.
Yes, exactly. Like hands-on learning, but virtual. And the best part, you could connect with experts from literally anywhere in the world, all virtually.
That is mind-blowing. I mean, goodbye textbooks, hello virtual reality.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's switch gears for a second and talk about how businesses are entering the metaverse. Because they're all over it.
Oh, yeah. They're scrambling.
They're scrambling. They see the potential here.
Yay time.
And our business briefing, it highlights this really interesting concept called virtual showrooms.
I love those.
Okay, so is that basically like trying on clothes in a digital dressing room?
Yeah, but it's even more than that. Imagine like you're stepping into an online store, right? But instead of like clicking through pages, you're walking through a 3D store like a video game, and you can interact with products like in real time.
Whoa.
So yeah, like you need a new couch, you can place it in your virtual living room, you see how it looks, you can like, I don't know, maybe even like try the cushion, see if it's comfortable.
That's amazing.
Right.
See, now that is what I call try before you buy. Okay.
Exactly.
That's incredible. This briefing also, it dives into the role of NFTs, which everyone's talking about NFTs, non-fungible tokens.
Yeah, NFTs are huge.
Can you break those down for me? Like, I know they're a big deal, but what makes them so special?
So think of NFTs as like digital deeds of ownership.
Okay.
Right. Like, let's say you buy a piece of digital art as an NFT.
Right.
You now have proof that you own the original. Not just a copy, the original. You can display it in your virtual space. You can show it off. You can even resell it just like you would a physical painting.
So it's like owning a piece of the internet.
Yes.
Like owning a piece of internet history.
Which is crazy to think about, right?
It is crazy. So instead of just owning, like, a JPEG,
Right.
you own, like, the Mona Lisa.
The digital Mona Lisa.
Digitally speaking, at least. That's incredible.
Oh, it really is a game changer.
It is. It is. But let's be real. It can't all be smooth sailing in the metaverse, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are some of the challenges that you think businesses might face.
Well, security is a big one. I mean, these are virtual worlds where real transactions are happening, people are spending real money.
Right, with real value.
Exactly. So we need really robust systems to keep everyone safe.
Yeah,
And then there's the infrastructure of it all.
because it's huge. It's huge.
It's massive. Just building and maintaining these like vast, interconnected virtual spaces. I mean, that's a huge undertaking.
It's like building the internet all over again, but this time it's in 3D.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane. So beyond just buying and selling, though, both of our sources today, they highlight how the metaverse could also transform the way that we connect with each other.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge part of it. And it's really exciting, actually.
It is exciting. Like, what are your thoughts on that whole aspect of it?
Well, one thing that really stood out to me was this idea of shared experiences. Like, just imagine, right, educational hubs where students from all over the world can come together, they can learn together. Or, like, virtual concert venues where you can, like, attend a concert with your friends, even if you're miles apart. I mean, physical distance doesn't matter anymore. I think the metaverse could totally revolutionize how we build communities, especially, like, around shared passions.
Let's bring people together.
Yes, exactly.
Which we love. We love that. But I mean, on the flip side of that, could this not also lead to like the spread of misinformation or create echo chambers where people are only exposed to like ideas that they already agree with?
That's the thing, right? I mean, it's like any powerful technology. It's a double-edged sword.
Right.
We have to be aware of both sides. I think the key is responsible use, and critical thinking.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We need to be aware of the potential pitfalls, for sure, but also be really excited about maximizing the benefits of this incredible tool that we're creating.
Yeah. Be smart, be aware, and have fun.
Exactly.
It's about finding that balance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this.
Okay, last thought here before we wrap up. This briefing that we talked about, it mentioned something called Film 3.0, which sounds so futuristic.
Film 3.0, yeah.
Where movies basically become these immersive experiences. Like you're not just watching the movie, you're in the movie.
Right. Crazy, right.
It's wild. So if entertainment is being reshaped like this, I mean, what other aspects of our lives do you think the metaverse could potentially transform?
I mean, that's the million-dollar question, right?
I know.
What if we could work remotely in virtual offices? Like, no more commutes. What if we could, I don't know, receive health care in virtual hospitals?
Wow.
Participate in, like, virtual town halls? The possibilities are endless. We haven't even scratched the surface.
A world without limits. I mean, that's the metaverse, right? It's exciting. It's a little bit daunting, maybe, but it's definitely something to keep our eye on.
For sure. Who knows what the future holds?
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But thanks for unpacking it all with me. It's been great.
Yeah, of course. This was fun.
We'll see you all in the next deep dive.
See ya.